moment, but has Keir Starmer just thrown her under the bus, as Nancy says?
No, because as Nancy also said, Louise made the decision herself. I agree with you that she is a brilliant MP. And as Keir said, I think she's got a bright future ahead of her. But at the point at which this emerged, she, I think, took the judgment that she was going to be a distraction to what the government had to do. I very much hope she comes back, and she comes back quickly.
Right. I mean, is it right that she gets that money, you know, in terms of severance? Because Labour promised to reform the ministerial severance pay in January this year before the general election. Are you going to go ahead with that?
Well, yes, we will go ahead with the review of severance pay. At the moment, what people are entitled to is set out in legislation, which I think stems from back in 1991. But we will review ministerial severance pay on the basis of, for example, the length of time that you have served.
Do you think it is too much, on the basis of what Nancy said?
I don't think it's a judgment that for me to take.
Do you agree with the reform of severance pay, Alec?
Well, they can do the reform, yes. I mean, I think this is unfair about these headlines because they are the rules. And, you know, they're talking about reforming it. That reform hasn't happened yet. And we are only sort of 5 months into the government to defend them. And they are the rules. And, you know, people may not like it, but, you know, OK, so you might reform it. But I think she's being unfairly targeted because she's entitled to that. Now, if you disagree with that, change it. But as it stands at the moment, they are the rules.
What do you think about the idea there has been an accusation levelled that actually she was got rid of because she's a left-wing, one of those cabinet ministers on the left of the party, and Nancy has echoed that. What do you say to that?
I don't believe it's true.
Which bit, though? That she's left-wing or that she was targeted?
I don't believe it's true that she was got rid of. I think, you know, as she herself said, she resigned. It was always, you know, this, for the short period of time that it was in the news, demonstrated what a distraction it was going to be for the government, and I think Louise recognised that and did what was the right thing to do.
Starmer did say, though, and indicate there was more to come, which we haven't really seen. Though I don't think he's backed her. If it was my boss, I would expect better backing.
I think one of the problems is, I mean, you know, taking a line is taking a line, but friends of Louise are briefing out that she didn't want to go, and then found out that she didn't have any support, and found out she had no reason to go. Had no reason to stay because she was going to be forced out. I don't know if that's true. Jacqui's saying that that's not true, but there are people around her and her friends who are briefing that that's what happened. This is where it all gets a bit murky.
Right. I mean, Jacqui, is it a problem, though, going forward? If there are parts of the party who think that is what happened, it's because she was perhaps part of the awkward squad on the left of the party.
And the constituents think it's awful.
I think she was doing a very good job as Transport Secretary. By the way, I think Haigh Alexander will carry on doing a really excellent job as Transport Secretary. And I don't think this was a political reason. But if there are people on the left that think that Keir Starmer has reformed the Labour Party in order to put it back in the service of British people and avoid the sort of defeat we saw under the previous Labour leadership, well, they're right about that. And I don't make any apologies for it, because we do need to have a Labour government that is in line with where most British people are. And it's the reason why we got elected in July.
But you'd like to see her back in the cabinet soon?
I would like to see her back, yes.
All right.